Take a slow, easy breath, and let it flow out like a whisper on the night air. Allow your shoulders to soften, your eyelids to feel heavy, as if tiny, invisible feathers are brushing them gently. Feel the softest warmth around your temples, like the last glow of a lantern flickering in a quiet hallway. Tonight, I invite you to drift with me. Drift far, far away from the noise of the day, into a story that moves like a desert breeze, gentle, ancient, and shimmering in the moonlight. Our story today begins on a gentle rise beyond the city walls, a place where the sand glimmers faintly, as if each grain holds a forgotten star. We find a woman standing alone, wrapped in the hush of twilight. Her robes ripple softly around her ankles, whispering like the folds of a moonlit sea. Her hair lifts slightly in the warm, wandering wind, a wind that carries secrets and memories from the city she has just left behind. Close your eyes now, and imagine the scent of baked bread drifting through narrow alleys, honey cakes cooling on clay slabs. Hear faint laughter from courtyards hidden behind high stone walls. Long ago, in this city Sodom, there were evenings filled with songs played on red flutes, and the gentle clap of dancing feet on smooth terraces. By the soft glow of oil lamps, women braided each other's hair, weaving in tiny beads that caught the light like tiny fireflies. In the markets, there were merchants calling out their wares in melodic voices, pomegranates bursting with ruby seeds, olives glistening like black pearls, and under the heavy summer moon, lovers met in shadowed corners, exchanging whispered promises that rose like perfume into the night air. This was the world that lived in her memory, and now, as she walks away, every step feels like a soft tear in a delicate tapestry. Listen, feel that breeze brushing gently across your cheek. Imagine it carrying these memories, like fragile petals, drifting across a moonlit pond. She was told not to look back, to keep her gaze fixed on the mountains ahead, to trust the unseen path. But as the wind curled around her shoulders, it brought with it the scent of baking bread, the echo of a friend's voice calling her name, the warmth of her own hearth, where she once tended a small flame in the darkest hours. Salt. In the ancient world, salt was more than just a seasoning for food. It was a gift, a symbol of loyalty and preservation. Contracts were sealed with a pinch of salt. Warriors carried small pouches of it as tokens of protection. And in the deepest chambers of the heart, it was thought to hold the power to keep memories alive, as if each grain was a tiny vessel of the soul. Let your mind wander to the shimmering salt pans near the sea. Endless fields of pale crystals, shining under the morning sun like 1,000 silent bells. Feel how the air becomes heavy with a mineral sweetness, each breath drawing you deeper into a soft, timeless trance. Our woman, standing on the rise, she turns her head slowly, as though pulled by an invisible thread woven of longing and loss. Her eyes search the horizon, trying to catch one final glimpse of the place where she laughed, cried, and learned the secret language of love and hearth fires. In that instant, she becomes something beyond human, a quiet monument to yearning. Forever caught between what was and what must be, her form begins to change. The warmth of her skin turns cool and powdery, as if kissed by a soft winter frost. Her hair shimmers and stills, each strand transformed into pale ribbons of salt. The wind pauses to honor her silence, then continues its gentle wandering, rustling across the dunes and into the folds of your own dreams. Imagine yourself now, standing at that rise beside her. Feel the coarse grains of sand slipping beneath your feet, the hush of the wind curling around your wrists like a silken ribbon. Above, the sky opens into a velvet pool of stars, each one a small, glowing memory of what was left behind. A soft hush falls over the earth, You breathe in, slow, and breathe out, even slower, as if your own thoughts are dissolving into the quiet desert night. Salt, it purifies, it preserves, it blesses and protects. Ancient travelers carried it across barren plains, believing that a pinch of salt hidden in their robes would guard them from restless spirits. Monks sprinkled it at the thresholds of their cells to keep away sorrowful dreams. Even in faraway taverns, a little bowl of salt on the table whispered of welcome and warmth. Feel how each grain of salt now holds a memory, the warmth of a childhood embrace, the glow of a candle on a long winter night, the gentle touch of a friend's hand. The woman stands still. She becomes a sentinel, a lighthouse of salt watching over the silent city that once pulsed with life, and in the softness of your breathing you might hear her whispering to you, not in words, but in the shimmer of starlight, in the hush of drifting sand. She invites you to release your own burdens, to leave behind the heavy stones you carry on your back, the sharp words lodged in your heart. With each exhale, imagine grains of salt falling from your fingertips, carrying away worry, sorrow, and regret, leaving only lightness and a gentle warmth that spreads through your body like a soft dawn. She turns her face forever toward the city she loved, and you turned gently toward the mountains, toward the rising glow on the horizon. A new beginning waits there, shimmering softly, as inviting as a warm woolen blanket on a cold morning. Your breath becomes slower, your mind quieter. The woman, now a statue of salt, stands as a tender reminder that sometimes, even in loss, there is a quiet beauty, a crystalline grace that shines beneath the moon. Let your thoughts drift like grains of salt on the evening wind, each one a tiny, sparkling star in your own private night sky. You are safe here, wrapped in the hush of this ancient story, carried by the soft wind, the rustle of distant olive trees, the slow dance of shadows on sun-warmed stones. Stay with this feeling, this quiet surrender, this luminous, salt-soft peace. You are breathing slowly now, your thoughts floating like thin, silken threads in a twilight sky. Imagine the stars above you shining brighter as the night deepens. Their gentle glimmer is like soft chimes far away, ringing only for your heart. As you turn toward the mountains, the path before you glows faintly under the starlight. It's as if the sand remembers every footstep taken, every secret shared in the hush of midnight. Behind you, the woman of salt remains, shimmering softly in the moon glow. Her presence is both tender and solemn, a quiet guardian of what once was. With each slow step forward, you feel lighter, as though the salt wind carries away burdens that you didn't even know you carried. It brushes the back of your neck, cool and reassuring, whispering, "You are safe, you are free." The mountain path wends gently upward, not steep, but smooth and rolling, like the soft folds of a sleeping cat. Here, tiny white flowers peek out between the stones, their petals almost glowing with moondew. You pause to touch one. It feels like the tip of a dream against your skin. The moon above tilts slightly, spilling silver light over your shoulders. You imagine it as an old friend, following you quietly, illuminating the edges of your thoughts, calming any ripples in your mind. Further up, you hear the distant cooing of doves tucked into the rocky crevices, each note like a soft heartbeat echoing in the cool night air. In medieval times, travelers believed doves carried messages from the divine, gentle signs that they were not alone, even on the loneliest roads. Feel the weight of your eyelids now, as if they are two petals folding gently closed in the night breeze. Pause here, rest your mind. Hear the hush of the salt wind behind you, the quiet pulse of stars above you, the promise of a gentle dawn ahead. You continue your soft, moonlit climb. The path is speckled with little pieces of mica, each one glinting like tiny stars beneath your feet. Long ago, medieval alchemists believed mica fragments were pieces of the firmament, bits of the heavens that fell to earth to remind us of our celestial beginnings. You step carefully, almost reverently, each footfall like a silent blessing on the earth below. Your breath flows in and out, unhurried, each inhale bringing in cool, silvery calm, each exhale carrying out any last fragments of restlessness. Imagine now a small pool tucked beside the path, fed by a thin, gentle trickle from a rock above. Its surface is smooth as glass, reflecting the stars in such a perfect way that it feels like you're regazing straight into the heart of the night sky. You kneel beside it, cupping the cool water in your palms. Feel the tiny drops slipping through your fingers, falling back into the mirror-like surface below. In medieval times, wanderers believed that pools like these were doorways to other worlds. Quiet portals where the soul could glimpse hidden truths and forgotten dreams. As you touch the water to your lips, a faint sweetness spreads across your tongue, a subtle taste of moonlight and midnight flowers. It soothes you from within, as though each drop whispers, "You are enough, you are held, you are loved." The wind stirs again, carrying a faint scent of wild thyme and night-blooming jasmine. You stand, feeling stronger and softer at once, your heartbeat slowing to the rhythm of the quiet world around you. Looking up, you see a small archway formed by two ancient olive trees. Their silvery leaves tremble in the moonlight, and the space between them glows softly, inviting you forward. Step through, slowly, gently, as though you are stepping through a dream's doorway. On the other side, a wide meadow opens before you. The grasses sway like a vast green sea under the moon, each blade whispering soft secrets to the night. Fireflies blink lazily above the flowers, their golden glow flickering like tiny lanterns carried by gentle spirits. A single, low stone wall marks the edge of the meadow. You lean against it, feeling its rough, comforting solidity beneath your fingertips. Stones, like salt, hold memories. In medieval villages, each stone in a wall or hearth was believed to carry the warmth of countless fires, the laughter of families, and the soft hush of countless goodbyes. Rest here for a while, feel the night wrap around you like a soft, woven cloak. The woman of salt stands far behind you now, a tender silhouette on the distant rise. She has become a quiet witness to your journey, her silent gaze a blessing on your new path. A soft hum begins to rise in the meadow. The music of crickets, the distant hoot of an owl, the almost silent shiver of leaves. Each sound is like a note in a lullaby, cradling you ever deeper into calm. Close your eyes, just for a moment. Imagine lying back in the tall grass. The earth beneath you is cool and steady, like an old friend. Above, the stars spin slowly in their endless waltz, casting a shimmering net of light over your dreaming mind. Breathe in, feel your chest rise softly. Breathe out, feel your body sink even deeper into the tender cradle of the earth. The salt wind returns one last time, a final soft caress along your cheeks. It carries with it the echo of distant bells, the faint fragrance of old olive groves, the warmth of 1,000 dawns you have yet to greet. Tonight, you have left the city behind. The noise, the sorrow, the sharp corners of memory. You carry only what is light and warm. The echo of moonlit pools, the hush of starlit meadows, the quiet blessing of salt on your skin. Rest here, drift here, let each breath be like a ripple across a moonlit lake's, gentle, endless. Hear the tiny rustle of field mice in the grasses, like a gentle ticking clock counting down to dreams. A moth flutters nearby, its wings catching stray moonbeams, brushing the air like softest silk. In the distance, the gentle hills roll and fold like waves frozen in time. Medieval travelers used to believe hills were living guardians, great creatures asleep beneath a green blanket, waking only to breathe mist into the valleys at dawn. You imagine the hills breathing now, slow, steady breaths that match your own. Inhale, let the earth fill your chest with cool, silver calm. Exhale, let your worries sink down into the mossy roots below. A lone star above you seems to pulse a little brighter, as though winking only for you. There was a time when people believed each star was a soul watching over the world below. A grandmother-esque quiet laugh, a friend's gentle gaze, a forgotten lover's final song. Tonight, one of those souls is looking down at you, humming softly in a language made only of light. Slowly, you sit up, feeling the cool dew on your hands. Your fingers brush over a small flower, a moon daisy, its pale petals curled inward as if it, too, is ready to sleep. You tuck the daisy behind your ear, feeling it settle against your hair like a tiny lullaby. From the edge of the meadow, a narrow path meanders into a small grove of ancient fig trees. You rise and begin to walk, the soft hush of the grasses following your ankles, each blade bowing as if in quiet farewell. Under the fig trees, the air is thicker, sweet with the scent of ripening fruit, and the faint trace of honey. A single lantern hangs from a crooked branch, its light so soft it looks like a captured firefly, gently swaying in the night breeze. You reach up, fingers curling around the smooth wood handle, feeling its warmth seep into your palms. As you lift the lantern, a soft glow spills across the grove, revealing tiny moss beds and low, whispering shrubs. Each leaf reflects the glow like a silver coin, and the shadows dance in slow circles, like a quiet waltz only you can see. Long ago, in medieval gardens, lanterns were placed among fruit trees to invite good spirits and keep the harvest safe. Some believed these gentle lights attracted angels, who would bless the fruit with sweetness beyond measure. Tonight, your lantern is your guide, your quiet companion. You walk deeper into the grove, lantern swaying by your side, casting shimmering patterns on your path. A small fountain gurgles ahead, its sound like the softest laughter echoing off the tree trunks. You pause and listen. Hear the water tumbling over smooth stones, hear the faint drip-drip into a clear pool below. In the pool, small silver fish dart slowly, their fins flickering in and out of the moonlight. Their movements are so graceful they seem more dream than real. Each flick of a fin a gentle invitation to drift deeper into stillness. You kneel, setting your lantern beside the fountain. Its glow now mingles with the moonlight, weaving soft nets of gold and pearl across the water's surface. You cup some of the water and bring it to your lips again, feeling the same sweet, cool taste that melts through you like a sigh. As you drink, your mind quiets even more. Thoughts become soft clouds, drifting across a wide, endless sky. Each worry loosens, each doubt slips away, carried by the hush of the fountain. You breathe in, you breathe out, soft, slow, like the ebb and flow of a gentle tide under a night sky. A small bench stands beneath a fig tree, its wood worn smooth by time and countless quiet visitors. You sit down, feeling the bench embrace you in its ancient calm. The branches above form a leafy archway, their silhouettes traced delicately against the stars. The salt wind returns, once more, curling around the grove in soft spirals, rustling the leaves like a mother soothing her child to sleep. Its cool fingers trace your forehead, lifting stray thoughts and scattering them among the stars. From here, you can see the faint outline of the Salt Woman in the distance, her figure glimmering like a pale guardian lantern in the night. She stands as a gentle memory now, not a warning but a shimmering echo, a reminder that looking back can be both tender and bittersweet. In medieval lore, salt was also offered to guests as a sign of eternal friendship. To share salt was to share trust, to say, "You are safe here, you are welcome, you are loved." Feel that warmth in your heart. Now, a quiet glow spreading slowly through your chest, down your arms, into your fingertips, and all the way to your toes. You close your eyes, the soft hush of the fountain blending with the whispers of the wind, the gentle tick of your own heartbeat. Imagine each heartbeat as a soft lantern glow, flickering in the grove, lighting your way toward a dreamscape beyond the stars. The bench cradles you as though it has been waiting for you all these years, holding stories of all who sat before, travelers who wandered far, seekers of peace, dreamers looking for a place to rest. Their quiet wishes hover in the air around you, soft as moth wings, glowing with kindness. Your breathing deepens. Each inhale feels like stepping into a pool of moonlight. Each exhale feels like dissolving into the quiet velvet of the night. Resting on the old wooden bench, you feel time slow, as though each moment is a single, soft feather drifting downward. Your mind, once full of bustling cities and heavy thoughts, now opens like a night flower, releasing sweet, secret scents into the cool air. Somewhere far off, a nightingale begins to sing, its song rising and falling in tender waves, each note a silver thread weaving through the dark. In medieval times, people believed the nightingale's voice was a bridge to the divine. Tonight, its song belongs only to you. Your fingers trace the grain of the bench beneath you, feeling every gentle curve and groove. It is as though you are reading an old story written in wood, a story of patience, rain, sun, and all the quiet evenings that have passed here unnoticed. Above you, the fig leaves shift and shimmer. Some of them catch moonlight, turning them into tiny green lanterns swaying overhead. The movement makes you think of an old lullaby, a slow, humming sound in a mother's throat, rocking a cradle gently through the long hours before dawn. The lantern beside you flickers softly, as if it, too, is growing drowsy. Its glow spills across your lap and spills into your heart, warming you from the inside out. Your eyelids grow heavy, heavier, each blink longer than the last, like the slow closing of ancient gates. You listen to the night around you, the quiet sip of the fountain water, the hush of the salt wind wandering the grove, the delicate music of the nightingale's distant song. Each sound folds over you like soft blankets, one layer at a time, until you are wrapped in perfect, gentle stillness. Through your half-closed eyes, you see tiny sparks floating around the lantern. They are not fireflies this time, but little drifting specks of moon dust, each carrying a small wish from the stars above. They swirl lazily, settling on your shoulders, your hair, your fingertips. They do not weigh you down. They lift you as though your body is becoming lighter than air, rising like a feather on a midnight breeze. Breathe in, feel your chest bloom open with cool, silvery calm. Breathe out. Let each exhale soften you, dissolve you into the sweet hush of this place. In medieval times, it was said that saints and hermits, when they grew old and weary, would retreat into hidden groves to listen for the voice of God in the rustling of leaves and the trickling of springs. They believed that, if they listened long enough, they would hear secrets carried by the night wind, secrets so soft only the soul could understand. Perhaps tonight you hear those secrets too. little whispers rising from the earth, tiny syllables curling into your dreams. They tell you, you are whole, you are safe, you are exactly where you need to be. A soft warmth stirs at your feet. Looking down, you imagine a small fox curled beside the bench, its fur the color of honey and twilight. It has come to rest here too, its breathing deep and slow, its nose twitching as if sniffing some sweet scent only foxes know. It does not startle you. It is a gentle guardian, a spirit of the grove who has decided to watch over you tonight. Its amber eyes blink slowly, matching your own drowsy rhythm. In the old days, people believed foxes could slip between worlds, moving from shadow to moonbeam, carrying dreams in their tails. Tonight, this fox has come to carry your dreams carefully, like precious pearls hidden beneath its soft paws. You feel your shoulders soften, your hands loosen in your lap. Every muscle releases, as though the salt wind has lifted all the tight knots from your body, carrying them far away into the star-flecked sky. Your mind drifts now, wandering into that quiet meadow beyond thoughts. You see small candlelit windows in the distance, each one flickering warmly like a friendly eye watching the night. Perhaps they are small cottages belonging to gentle villagers who have left bread cooling on windowsills and lavender sachets tucked under pillows. Perhaps inside, soft voices murmur bedtime prayers, and woolen blankets wait to welcome them into a deep, sweet sleep. Imagine yourself stepping into one of those cottages, just for a moment. A small wooden door creaks open for you, and the scent of warm honey and milk fills the air. Inside, a hearth glows softly, the coals humming a quiet lullaby. A thick wool blanket lies folded neatly on a straw mattress, inviting you to curl into its embrace. You slip beneath it, feeling the weight of the blanket press you gently into the mattress, as though the earth itself is holding you safe. The fox slips inside, too, curling into a ball at your feet, its tail resting lightly against your ankles. The candle on the small table flickers once, twice, and then grows still, its last glow melting into the shadows. Your breathing matches the slow, rhythmic sighs of the hearth, each exhale like a warm puff of wind rising up to the rafters. The salt wind slips through the window, cracks one last time, its final lullaby drifting across your cheeks like a mother's goodnight kiss. You feel the hush of the grove still wrapped around you. Even here, even now, the woman of salt remains far beyond the hills, her silhouette a gentle guardian standing watch at the edge of memory. She does not call you back. She only watches, blessing your journey with her quiet, unwavering gaze. You are free now. Free to dream of silver meadows and moonlit pools, free to wander across starlit fields with fox spirits and lantern lights, free to rest in the tender hush of the salt wind's embrace. Your heart slows, your thoughts float like petals on a still pond, and at last, your mind slips quietly beyond the veil of night, into a soft, endless sleep. The salt wind quiets to a gentle whisper, curling around the small cottage like a silk ribbon. It slips under the door, across the floorboards, and over the woolen blanket that now cradles your entire body. It is as though the wind is humming a final lullaby just for you. A lullaby older than the first flame, softer than the hush before dawn. You feel each note in your bones, a shimmering vibration that moves from your forehead, down your spine, through your fingertips and toes. With every soft pulse, your body becomes even lighter, as though you are dissolving into the night itself. Beyond the window, the stars wheel slowly in their ancient dance. In medieval times, people believed the stars were pinned to a great crystal sphere that turned above the earth, singing a music so sweet that mortals could hear it only in dreams. Tonight, you hear that music, each note a cool pearl dropping into the ocean of your mind. The fox at your feet breathes in a long, slow sigh. Its breath is warm against your ankles. A small sun resting at the end of the bed, you sense its dreams, tiny curled-up stories of moonlit fields, hidden dens, and gentle starlit hunts that end not in capture but in play. The hearth coals give off a final gentle glow, fading from orange to deep ember red, then to a velvet grey. Their warmth lingers, though, like a phantom embrace that stays long after the fire has gone out. In the quiet, you begin to hear your own heartbeat as a soft drum echoing in a vast, peaceful cave. It is a reminder that you are here, alive, and also a gentle doorway to the beyond, to the dreaming world that now calls you by name. Outside, the fig trees rustle. A few leaves drift past the window, landing on the earth below with a tiny hush, as though even they are careful not to wake you. You can almost see them in your mind. Each leaf carries a tiny wish, drifting toward a secret midnight garden hidden behind the veil of the stars. There, each wish takes root and grows into a luminous flower, blossoms of moonlight and silver mist. Perhaps tomorrow, in your dreams, you will walk through that secret garden, barefoot, feeling each petal kiss your skin. A soft ripple of the salt wind brushes your cheek once more. It feels like the lightest fingertip, a final good night from the woman of salt far beyond the hills. She stands as an eternal guardian, made not only of salt but of memory, forgiveness, and the silent promise of tomorrow's dawn. She whispers without words, "Rest now. Let go. All burdens are carried away on the tide." You breathe in a deep, quiet inhale that tastes of lavender fields, cool springs, and hidden mountain herbs. You breathe out a slow exhale that feels like a feather drifting to earth, spiraling gently in a moonlit meadow. Your mind's eye opens to one last vision, a long, winding medieval road of cobblestones, glowing faintly under starlight. Lanterns hang from crooked wooden poles, each one swaying softly, lighting the way to a distant, safe harbor. Somewhere on this road, a bard hums a quiet melody, a tune so old it feels as though it was born with the stars themselves. Perhaps this bard is the first to greet you beyond the threshold of waking. They offer you a cloak woven of midnight threads, wrap it around your shoulders, and guide you gently onward. Their voices soft as fox fur, their eyes kind as spring rain. They carry a lute whose strings sound like distant waves washing over stones. You follow them, step by step, deeper into the gentle folds of dream. Your feet feel lighter with each movement, as if you no longer walk but float just above the path, like mist curling through a moonlit forest. Above, a great silver moon keeps watch. In medieval belief, the moon was a mirror reflecting the hidden dreams of all living things. A luminous friend, who gathered our secret wishes and returned them as soft blessings in the night. Tonight, the moon gathers your wishes too, tucks them gently under her silken robe, and promises to guard them until morning. A final hush falls over the world. The fox nestles closer, its breathing almost indistinguishable from your own. The bard's soft tune fades into a single glowing note that lingers in your chest. The salt wind curls once, twice, then slips away into the infinite sky. Your eyelids, heavy as polished river stones, finally close. The edges of your thoughts blur and melt, turning into soft pools of moonlight. Your heartbeat becomes a slow, distant drum, echoing in some hidden cavern of the stars. The story folds itself around you like a velvet cloak, wrapping you in ancient peace. You are no longer just here in this cottage or grove. You are in every lantern glow, every star's soft blink, every salt-scented breeze. You are free, unburdened, shimmering with the gentle glow of 1,000 sleeping gardens. Breathe in, breathe out, sink deeper. You are safe, you are whole, you are loved beyond measure. The night carries you now, past the grove, past the salt pillar on the hill, past the fig trees and the fountains, into the boundless, glimmering sea of dreams. Here no voices scold or rush you. Here no backward glances turn to salt. Only forward, softly, slowly, into endless night gardens and star-woven meadows. Rest, sleep, dream, and when you wake, the salt wind will be waiting, ready to greet you with a gentle, secret smile. Until then, drift, drift, drift. Somewhere beyond the veil of night, a single bird begins to sing. Its notes are shy at first, like small pearls rolling across a wooden floor. Each sound slowly brightens the edges of your dream, turning the deep midnight blues into soft, pearly grays. You feel the first warmth of morning reach across your skin, a delicate touch, lighter than silk. It glides over your face, kisses your closed eyelids, and drifts into your heart like a tiny sunbeam. Your breathing changes. No longer the deep, endless waves of the night sea, but now a gentle tide that rises and falls with the new day. Your fingers twitched slightly under the blanket, as though waking from a centuries-long slumber in a hidden forest glen. In medieval times, villagers believed that morning light carried healing spirits. Tiny golden messengers sent to stitch torn dreams back together and mend weary hearts. This light now finds you, threading through every shadow and every soft, silent corner inside you. The fox at your feet stirs. It lifts its head slowly, its amber eyes blinking at the new world outside the window. It yawns, a tiny pink tongue peeking out, then stretches each paw forward, as if greeting the sun itself. Before it slips away into the dawn mists, it turns to look at you once more, a silent promise that it will return in 2 night-esque dreams. The hearth has cooled, but its memory lingers as a gentle warmth in your bones. The salt wind has retreated to the far hills, resting after its night-long vigil. Yet you can still sense it, like a loving hand resting lightly on your shoulder, ready to return whenever you need comfort. Your eyes flutter open, heavy and soft, as if lifting the petals of a morning flower. The cottage around you is bathed in the palest gold, the first rays of the sun spilling across wooden beams, catching on old clay jars and drying herbs. Outside, the fig trees glow faintly, their leaves trembling with the promise of a new day. You take a long, quiet breath. The air is cool and sweet, carrying whispers of lavender and honey and dew-kissed earth. With each inhale, you gather new energy. With each exhale, you release the last remnants of night. In the distance, a gentle bell chimes. Maybe from a faraway monastery or a tiny chapel perched on a hillside. Its sound rolls down the valley like a soft ripple, echoing through fields and gardens, calling you gently into the light. You rise slowly, your body unfolding like a sapling stretching toward the sun. The blanket slides away, and your feet find the cool wooden floor, grounding you in this new, peaceful morning. The bard's cloak, woven of midnight threads, still rests lightly around your shoulders, reminding you that the magic of the night remains with you always. As you step to the window and look out, you see the distant outline of the salt pillar on the hill. Still standing, still silent, but it no longer calls you backward. Instead, it stands as a quiet sentinel watching over your new path with a kind, knowing stillness. You feel gratitude rise within you, gentle and golden, gratitude for the salt wind songs, the fox's watchful dreams, the bard's quiet tunes, and the moon's patient blessings. Gratitude for the simple gift of waking, of being, of beginning again. You place a hand on your heart, feeling its steady rhythm, as if echoing the slow dance of stars and the rolling hush of ancient waves. A final soft breath fills you with light, and you carry it forward, step by tender step, into your waiting day. And as you cross the threshold, the doorway from dream to waking, you know that whenever you need it, the salt wind will find you, in a sigh, in a distant lullaby, in the hush of midnight gardens, always waiting, always whispering. Rest, return, remember.